Another quick tip that I want to give everybody is something I think is important. Also, I think that a lot of times, a lot of guys make a mistake when they're turkey hunting, and I've made the same mistake, and believe me, I've had to pay the price numbers of times. And that is that you know, and I guess we all want them mornings where, man, you just hit a call like I just did, and it's just like every time you hit that call, man, that's why we go out. And I'm not lying. That's I'm not saying it's a bad thing. And that's why we go out. We go out to hear that, to vocally hear that gobbler, and to hear him just fire back, and that just gets all over you, man. It just gets on you. But every morning, and even though I don't care how many turkey videos you watch, I don't care how many turkey hunts that you may hear about or see on television or whatever, let me tell you something, it's not always like that. In fact, in reality, there's going to be more mornings where you're not going to hear nothing. It's going to be dead silent than what it is where they're really going to be gobbling, whether it's weather or hunting pressure or whatever. But so what do you do on mornings when the gobblers ain't vocal? Well, a lot of guys, they'll go out, they'll get in their favorite, field, or they'll stand in their favorite woods or wherever they're hunting at, and they'll hoot on an owl call at the crack of daylight, and they'll just, oh, woo, 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 and man, they're just waiting. Nothing. It's about like it is this evening. I mean, we've been sitting here for, a while, and we ain't even heard nothing. I know they're in here. I know they're in here. There's not gobbling this evening. The wind's blowing too. You probably hear it. But what do you do on days when you don't hear turkeys, when you don't hear no gobblers? The wind's gonna blow me off this mountain. Well, the best thing you can do is be patient. Listen, be as patient as you can. And one thing is, and when I first started turkey hunting, I'd done this mistake and I paid for it. The reason a lot of guys go with unfilled turkey tags is because they leave too soon. They get up on their favorite spot, they get up on their favorite ridge, and they'll wait for that gobbler, and they don't hear nothing. Well, by 8 o'clock, they're already back at Hardee's having a biscuit or, whatever, and they live, well, the gobbler this morning. But that's the worst thing you can do. A lot of times the turkeys will not get vocal until 10, 11, 12, and if your state allows all-day hunting, ours don't. You got to quit at 12. But if it allows all day, stay out there all day. If it's possible, you don't have to work or whatever the case may be. Stay out there all day, because as the later it gets, the better it actually gets, because the hens start going to the nest, they start losing their hens, the gobblers start losing, and they'll become more vocal. I have actually set this past year, when I got the 23-pounder that you saw on that you can go back and look at the video. I never heard a gobble that morning until 10 o'clock, and he gobbled one time, and that was it. But it was just enough to let me know where he was at. So, if I'd have just, well, they ain't gobbling this morning, so I'm on home, then I wouldn't have killed that turkey. So the best thing to do is be patient, stay as late as you can, and start listening, because they will start gobbling sometime or other. If they don't start gobbling, visually scout turkeys just like you would deer. Visually scout them through binoculars far off. Don't get up there where they're at, but whether you watch them through a field, find out what their pattern is, find out where they're going, where they're feeding, stay there. When they're not gobbling, the one thing that I like to do is I love to hunt fields. Get out in these open fields where they're feeding, picking on grass or grasshoppers or whatever. Just be patient, set your decoys up, and I promise you, listen, I have killed a lot of turkeys, where that has come in silent, that has not said nothing. I mean, I'm telling you, they ain't said anything. They're just quiet. You're sitting there, and it's almost like deer hunt, and all of a sudden you look and here they are, but that's a turkey you wouldn't have got, and that's a tag you feel that you probably wouldn't have filled if you'd have just got impatient. And I know we all want that, a gobbler to come rip roaring in, man. That's what's fun, like the first one I got, the first one I got this year. Go back and watch the one with the 21-pounder. He come in rip roaring, gobbling, just strutting, and man, that's a classic turkey, and we all like that. But let me tell you, that does not happen too often. In fact, it happens very seldom. Stay out there with it. Be patient. Don't get discouraged if you don't hear turkeys at daylight or 7, 8 o'clock. The later it gets, the better the chances are they'll start gobbling when they start losing their hens. Or if they don't start gobbling, period, whether it's the weather or hunting pressure, get where the turkeys are at. Do your scouting. Be there. And I promise you will kill them old sly, quiet gobblers. And usually the ones that don't gobble, the big ones with the big hooks on them and the big beards, and 23, 24 pound, they've been shot at a few times, or they've been chased, or they've been called to in the last 4 or 5 years. So, always remember, the silent gobblers will come in. They're just quiet. Don't give up. Be patient. It could help you fill your turkey tag. So that's just another quick tip I want to give all y'all. And we're going to stay around here and see if they start gobbling. Hopefully they will.